Hello and welcome, my lovely Aries. Your card in the tarot is the Emperor, the card of power and responsibility and ferocity, fierce babes and bosses out there. I am also an Aries, but I am the Queen of Clovers, and welcome to my channel. I do a 3-spread read here, an oracle, a tarot, and a cartomancy. This will be a general energy read for Aries for end of April, early May, of all things, in Taurus season, as we are in now. Very earthen. As with all readings, please take what is yours and leave out all the rest. If enamored by my reading, please like and subscribe for more. The book. Oh my, Aries. When you play by the book, dude, haters gonna hate, but they ain't gonna ruin an Aries. Am I right? Oof. I just finished my birthday because I am a cusper. My goodness. Alright, and the elixir. The book and the elixir. You can't make the elixir without the knowledge, and the elixir is the fixer. I'm like, why are you rhyming? There is, with the book, it is working according to the rules, really playing within the game and playing the game. And the elixir is what's really going to make it fresh and exciting, and bringing yourself, your own elixir, to the way things are is going to make it greater. You know, add an Aries kind of energy. We need an Aries in here. We don't hear very often. Sometimes I feel like it's just not good in business to even mention these things, or in any group, but man, people do say it. We need an Aries for your lover's oracle. The locket and the whip. Oh, well. These cards here have little notes down here that reference other cards in the Cartomancy, and these are Jack cards, these are Knight cards, these are moving forward cards. Who is in your heart? Who is closed in your locket? Whose lock of hair do you carry, and who carries yours? Whoever it is, you guys are approaching each other with abandon. The whip, oh my dear. I don't think there's a minding of a little bit of a little roughness, because it's that passionate coming together. It's gonna be a bit, this is like a very sexy but love. This is like you've been having sex long enough that you guys are trying new things, or even just like powering through massive, I mean, this is like very hot. I don't need to get over 18 plus, but basically you know each other's bodies to the point that you're willing to give. This could also be a slight error in, like, you know, when you work with somebody and you go on a date with them, sometimes you give them the benefit of the doubt, ladies. A warning, Aries, that because you've worked with them for 5 years, that you don't treat them like somebody you're meeting for a first-time date. Maybe you treat them like somebody you know more on a long-term basis, and that can be very dangerous. It's giving somebody a little too much benefit of the doubt and maybe locking yourself up. Let's get some clarity on these. These oracles hit pretty hard, apparently. But it's like this love between the two of you, Aries, you and your person, couldn't have happened if an Aries wasn't involved, first of all. The Knights moving forward on these two under the rose bushes oracles are the Jack of Cups and the Jack of Wands. That's why I'm like sexy, lovey-dovey. There will be cuddling. Now, for those of you who aren't interested, this is like, who are very old-fashioned, I should say, and maybe you're waiting for that honeymoon moment or for a very special first time. This is like that moment, and it's much better. This could even just be like, your Aries, you've been charged up from your month. I hope you feel a little charged up and you got a little sun. I know we have here in Huntington Beach. And my goodness, I feel like a whole new lady. 9 of Wands. Oh dear, you know what this 9 of Wands represents? That full moon? 8 of Cups. Ooh. that full moon in Libra that showed us our own shadow problems when it comes to love. If you didn't pick that up last weekend over Easter break weekend, that yeah, you have a shadow side to your love relationships that may be keeping you from love. Don't worry, Aries, looks like we're stepping away from that with the Nine of Wands here. Showing we realized what it was. For me, it was like acting like everyone helping me, I was a great inconvenience. I talked about in the Pisces reading. It's just random. You're walking away from it. It wasn't that hard to walk away from, because, you know, a girl needs to learn how to receive presents sometimes. Or assistance. I'm definitely not going to change a tire. All right, here. All right, there may have been, okay, there's a bit of a victory here. It's a public victory. It's going to surprise you. It's like not something that you expected. It's not something that you were upset about or that you were really suffering through with the Three of Swords in reverse. With the Page of Swords, it's not even something you're going to hear about until all of a sudden it's like all of a sudden you getting an email that announces Six of Wands, you're getting a promotion. This has been coming through for Aries on a lot of readings. This promotion, this big raise, it's coming, kids. Stick to the work, because it's like you didn't even know it was coming. Like, you get the email or you find out on social media that you're like, oh my god, I got 20,000 views yesterday. How did that happen? You know, it happens to me sometimes, and I'm like, ah. Alright, what do we have here, my darlings? The King of Wands in reverse and the Sun card. Oh, Aries, this is relinquishing. King of Wands, that ferocity. This is really just that beast-bearing emperor energy, the BDE, big dick energy that everyone talks about. It's in reverse, and it's a little bit bratty, but it's protecting your happiness. Some of you could have a Leo in your midst. Some of you could just have a narcissist that can't bust your happiness at all. They can't shade you anymore. I definitely got shaded in my Aries season. Hate is gonna hate, right? I can't believe some of the things, right? Oh my gosh. I do a lot of YouTube comments, confessions, and so you guys could confess on my comments and be like, dude, you won't believe what somebody did to me. And I think they're just haters. I have no idea, you know? All right, yes. You're going to feel a big change, a big change. You're going to feel like less like you're hiding out, because you've been resisting this ending with the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. You've been resisting and hiding the World card, claiming everything that you deserve and that you've worked for, claiming the rewards of the last journey that you suffered through. Something that a lot of people don't know. There's a lot of hidden suffering for Aries here. I mean, if you lived through 2017, you remember what I'm talking about. 2018, oh my god. Not just the sufferings, but the consequences of the dealings with the 2017 sufferings. Oh my gosh. I hope a lot of you think back a moment and you're like, oh yeah, that was a sucky one. It was so nice to realize how important it was to be an Aries at that time. It felt like I had an Aries support group that's when I first started really getting involved in putting the energy into tarot. Okay. Okay. It's okay. You're going to be handed the world, and it's going to feel pretty good, Aries. This is likely in a career ways. Love is kind of like, just like, ain't nothing gonna hold me down. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Oh my gosh. 10 of Pentacles. Pure bliss in whatever you want. Whatever you like T.I. But, in this kind of work arena, in this world card, there are secrets, there are sufferings, there are things you've kept apart, there are things maybe you haven't spoken about that you didn't want to discuss. Personal things, perhaps, matters with certain people. There's just some things you don't throw out there, right, Aries? It's the elegance of an Aries, is when we can actually decipher what needs to be, you know, what should be done at home and what should be done, you know, wherever we want. And this is, it can't be denied anymore about what happened. The truth has come out. It's become obvious to everyone and anyone, and it's freeing you from that past. It's probably this BDE, bratty King of Wands energy here. This reverse ferocity. Dude, fighting all the wrong wars. Enslaving his people instead of his, instead of capturing new lands. Yeah. Those are the stories of the tarot, my darlings. But this tarot says you're going 10 of Pentacles. This is in the love side of it. This is like going, this is legacy on the love portion of this. It's your energy coming into contact with money is like gremlins coming in contact with water. You think it's dark and you're thinking of all these shadows from that Libra full moon. I no doubt you dealt with them, but you've such a light. Aries carry a light. I mean, I can pick us out a million miles away, and apparently it's why people stare, even when we look ugly. And trust me, we know when we look ugly. That's why I have baseball hats, right? But this is, it's going to give you a fresh start. There are things that you're going to be able to cut off from the past, like the wrong way to have money and the wrong way to chase after things. This is actually owning your own energy and walking. Oh, 1111 just rang through on the timer, and walking with your own energy, your own independence, your own abilities, and even your own friends. This is just walking that new path where you will, with the Fool card, it's a double Aries card. It's the new thing. You know how to do what you're going to do. Like I said, you're not going to rush in. You're not going to be a poser anymore, because you've gotten rid of that energy around you. And it's going to take you up to that level where you really want to be. Up on top with, you know, the competitors. But for love, if the Ten of Pentacles is coming in, then certainly someone is coming in. The Knight of Swords. There's somebody watching still. Don't know who that is. A King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Probably a Taurus, because I have the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant. If it's just, if it's any all earth sign, or just somebody with money, it's also somebody with, who owns their own wisdom. Somebody who is, somebody you could strip of all money and leave them naked in the middle of a city and them be living in the penthouse again in 30 days. Don't doubt the possibilities. This person is a very capable person. Oh, Aries. Spirit said you're going to love to watch them work. So there could be a work thing here. The Hermit. This person is very indoorsy right now, unusually so, because they are dealing with some world crap, just like all of us. Some of that pandemic energy, it seems. Just dealing with life. And, but they're just having a little trouble standing on their own. Aries, when you glow, I mean, come on, when we glow this bright, I mean, we are the frickin', this is us in this relationship dynamic feeling. Don't get locked up. We want to get locked up, though. We want to get stuck with the right person. Stuck with a true love, you know? It just changes things when you change that, you know? I don't mind being taken care of when you say it that way, instead of taking care of them. From a cartoon. But let's see what your person, your love person, is really doing. What kind of energy they're pulling right now. Just to see. This person's really excited for your success. They see it coming before you because they are a King of Pentacles. It might not be an earth sign, but they definitely have what it takes to, you know, the Donald Trumps of the world. This could be that person. They might have senatorial ambitions, and that could make them not want to have an Aries for a wife. It might make them a little indecisive. Two of Wands is very indecisive energy. To close it down with an Aries. Yeah, Five of Swords. They feel like they'd have to fight off a lot of suitors. They'd have to explain a lot. Explain a lot. They don't want to have a bride. They would have to explain explain. They think they would lose friends and relatives with that Eight of Cups. They're kind of also afraid that this person is really kind of pissing me off, because basically they're saying, Aries, you're just quite a handful, and I don't know, I can handle you, but I don't really know if my life can handle you, and I don't want to give that up yet. You're not worth it. Ugh. They're going to try something with this Five of Cups. They just want to kind of make sure, you know what, to be fair, it's a lot to risk. It is, you know, it is a lot to risk when you have like a giant ass portfolio and ownership of stuff. Yeah, they just don't want to risk the work. So they're trying to figure out like some... Three of Pentacles, probably a work situation or corroboration. They're going to try something. They're going to see who broke your heart if you've broken up. There might be rumors of you dating somebody, or you are dating somebody. And they haven't checked your status, and they also don't want to risk having a broken heart and then losing work too. Losing all their whole career. And I really, like you said, I can't blame them. But they're trying to figure out... Actually, they're pretty willing to move forward. You know, they're willing to speak for you and move forward for you, and really, they don't mind that. The thoughts of it are very enticing for them. There's a very sexual thing in this reading still going. But they're coming out as king, king, king. And they're going to choose you, Aries, but they just kind of want a little sign, like a drop of your handkerchief, Aries. That's the Queen of Wands. That is us. That is me. That is you, Aries. They just need a little, like, hey, I'm single, or hey, I would choose you. You know, I would want to be with you too. I would want to make it possible and make it public. Oh, Three of Cups. They're going to try and approach during a public situation. Always comes up for that, like, you know, an event. They may be devising it right now. A celebration. They do think of marriage with you. A spirit, oh, this is looking spiffy card. This Eight of Swords is, you know, it's also following dress code and following the rules. And they kind of want to pull this in. And, you know, there are places where you have to be nice to people just by virtue of the fact that maybe it's party or job, or maybe you can't curse out, you know, the CEO at the you know, the annual barbecue. So they're going to try and do that approach there in some kind of situation where you either have to approve them, and where you have to engage them in certain ways to so that it's an appropriate first step towards you. So it's going to be very subtle, so be ready to drop that handkerchief, or, you know, tilt your head a little bit, act a little silly. I hate that I act like a little girl sometimes when I have a crush on somebody. I just had my birthday. I'm 44 years old, Aries, and I still love that chilly chill feeling of being a kid. And this is that. This can, you know, this can either swing into capture or release. And, I can't believe Spirit just said that. Naughty, naughty. Not that many people watch to this end, and they're going to miss that. Alright, thank you for sharing your energy with me, Aries. Please, if enamored by this reading, please like and subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the Spirit moves you. Everything is in the box below. Till our next reading in May. I think we have some big events coming up anyway, so God bless.